Welcome back, Realmwalkers. Today I get to talk to you about creatures. This is going to be one of my last videos on content of Nightingale because it comes out in less than 100 days. A few short holidays and we'll be ready to play. Cancel your Valentine's Day plans now because it comes out February 2024. But don't worry, I'll introduce you in the next few minutes to some creatures that you can try and woo. Let me know how that goes. From what I've been able to tell with all of my sleuthing is that we can likely classify creatures into 4 different types. These are the timid, the creatures, large monsters, and apex creatures. We don't stereotype here that they are all predators. But I mean, I'm pretty sure the majority of things we talk about here don't have that healthy fear of humans yet. So they'll likely turn around and wallop you. We will touch base on 1 or 2 NPC-esque characters, not Puck. He gets a break today. But otherwise, NPCs are going to be back in another video that I do. One where we finally start getting into the depths of creation and lore with storytelling. I'm really excited. So this won't be the last video until February, but it may be the last one that talks about anything that we can actually support with game footage. I'm not sure I'm going to do that yet, but I've come this far. Now let's get nerdy. Our first creature category is the timid creatures. I have 2 creatures in this category that I think would get gitten if you were to shoot at them. They are the Mepic or the Mepicow when they're in groups, which I am sure will be found in groups because they look like they breed like, well, never mind. The second is the Ackless. Now, I assume that my pronunciation is all but incorrect. I do not speak Fae, but I do know that some Gaelic is non-phonetic when trying to translate into a strong Western accent. This is our vine deer, and thank you, Inflection, for giving me references that I can understand, like the 5-year-old that I am. Anyways, I'm pretty sure this thing will tail up and hijack it out of there when I think venison seems like a good idea. This will bring us to our creatures. This makes up the bulk of today's list. Makes sense. Many realms, many creature-like things that think you look tasty. Which is what this bulk is. Things that would likely make you dinner without asking. First off, we have the fan favorite, the Harpies. These hippie Harpies look like they wander around in gurgles. Do we need a whole video that looks into what these groups might be called? I should have thought of this earlier. I want to call them like a group of neckers because, they're doing the whole neck thing. Bandersnatch. A group of, okay, never mind. I'm done. I'm stopping. These are little bat things. They have wings, but they seem more like chicken wings. So maybe for like a quick hover or a burst of speed, but probably not full-blown flight. They kind of remind me of World of Warcraft, the Ravagers, but a little more menacing and in Unreal 5. A little less I Am the Darkness. Speaking of screech puppies, check out this little guy. Aw. Okay, they're probably a little more fox-like than anything. This is the Hexen Mongrel, a pack and scavenger-looking cutie pie. Okay, say it with me, everyone. Pets. I want one. Okay, I want 3. Speaking of pets, what about this guy? Yeah, I know. This is a pixie. He's actually going to be making an appearance in my next video about NPCs. Is that, fascist to want one as a pet? Oh no. Anyways, I'm not gonna get into it here. Leave me a comment. Okay, wait. Actually, don't leave sensitive racial-based comments on YouTube. Please. That seems like maybe a Discord thing where I can actually manage it better and make sure that it stays this side of discourse. So, now that we're a little too close to reality, let's talk about some filler creatures. Bears. They look like bears. They snort like bears. I'm pretty sure they are bears. I wonder if they'll come out with a fancy name for early access, but we shall see. I vote just make them neon and call them raves. And we move forward. We have wolves, these sleepy little darlings, whom I imagine were introduced to the Fey realms by humans as an invasive species to help manage an explosive Atlas population, which is a true Canadian story, by the way. That and killer whales eating moose. Just don't go in the water just yet. Terrifying. Yeah. Then we have some elephants. I think they had a fan's name, but I just can't find it. Elephantes or something, I want to say. Or it could just be going loopy. What is a pack of elephants called? Just a herd? It's called a harmony. Okay, that's lovely. I learn something every day. Another similar little creature is a brippo. A nice fey-like filter, some neon, some fins, and we're good. Also, I'm going to bet they are just as aggressive as hippos in our world. In fact, the deadliest land mammal on the planet. Oh gosh, I'm turning into one of those nature info YouTube videos. I love you guys. Go anywhere on the Discord, in the forums, or the Nightingale videos, and you will see many people calling out these Sangliers. Sagliers? For being able to smell Puck, even when he's in incognito mode. Take that how you will. And they seem to love rutting around wherever you were just trying to have a cash conversation with the horned fae. Highly aggressive. Pack animals who seem to want to puck block my good time. If you've seen anything about Nightingale or my content even, you have seen these guys. I couldn't find a name for them. The word ratfink comes to mind. They're pretty easy to kill, even in groups, so I can't imagine they won't be everywhere, like rodents who got into the radiation. Content warning, it gets kind of ick now, not for long, so please use the markers in the description to jump ahead if you don't like bugs or spiders. That was your warning. Bugs. These are apparently found in the hunting realm, according to the Nightingale lore. I can't imagine you wouldn't also find these in the desert along with the scorpions. Based on this quick bit, they look pretty aggressive for bugs. So the fact that they don't mind their own bugsness. No? Okay, fine. Fine. This could be icky enough for some to stay away from those realms. Give me scary and bloody any day, but creepy and crawly, ugh. But speaking of crawly, I don't know why they wouldn't have like a centipede, like a big one, like dune size, right? Wait, should this be a guest video? That would be a great idea for an apex creature. Like, can you even make a desert game these days without a giant sandworm? I'm just saying. So, I guess I should have put this video out before Halloween because I thought I was so clever seeing this. Do you see it? Yeah? It's right here. A spider. But October 31st came and went, and they did confirm for everyone that spiders are in the game. Dang. I wanted to like first all over that. No, well. They haven't given us a name for the spiders, so I'm going to call them spindlers. So maybe I am first, and I get to name them. I hope this means cobwebs and underground dungeons, layers, caves, covered in like wrapped up, bound, and webs, and whole spider realm. Ugh. Okay, that's too much. I wouldn't go there. I just want to know it exists. Okay, welcome back to our arachnophobes. How long has this video been? Okay, we're fine. They give us a lot of critters to talk about. I love it. Now, on to the large monsters. Isn't that what we're here for? I hope some of these monsters start a debate. Join the Discord. Because could they be sentient? Sure. If you get discussive, let me know in the comments. Just keep the "you can't call them monsters" to satire only, please. First, though, this pageant winner. So, let's talk about him. Is it a giant? We know sun giants exist. But this guy? He looks more like a troll than a giant. And yes, there is a difference. But what do you think? Swamp giant or troll? The sun giant. It has been mentioned that this bigums could be either friendly or unfriendly depending how you interact. There has even been conspiracy whispers which I'm totally here for, that if you unlock some friendly faction with him, it would be cool that you get to have him as an ally or a group member or even a vendor of sorts. So that'll be exciting. Then there's this guy. Upon first look, he looks like a sun giant who is just a little angry. So this makes me believe that there are other giants, which is a good case for our swamp friend over here. Or he could also be a sand troll or something. He doesn't quite have that telltale blank expression of a troll, though. But I guess we'll see. Place your bets below. The bound. We have seen a few bounds so far, which is great. Some that I think are best classified as swarm bound. It looks like they materialize at night from this red smoke and just make your night irritable. But if you watch my reaction video, they look pretty easy to deal with, so long as you deal with them and don't try and ignore them. Is this going to have to be a 2-part video? Okay, well, if it is, and you're watching, welcome to part 2. A little lore and teaser. For my next NPC lore videos, the bound are said to be human. This is only partially confirmed by Nightingale and Inflection, but it is commonplace enough that it would be hard to deny the connections. Essentially, Fae, and by my wager, usually the Winter Courts, turn humans that they steal or get a hold of, sneaking into the realms, into the bound. How you rank up in this world, we'll have to wait and see. It looks to me like you just find more rope to wrap around yourself, and then money. To start at the bottom of the barrel, we have these 3 guys. They don't really have names yet that I've seen. The basic bit bound, the Candle Pouncer, and the Bomb Runner. It looks like they come in packs or are at least seen together, whether that's in a dungeon or in the silence of night. Moving up the how much rope can I cover myself with ladder, we have this guy. We do have his name, the Flame Spitter. He made his debut on the very first trailer, so kind of a celebrity. So I bet we will see him a fair bit. He looks a little trickier as a standalone, but probably a good leaning curve baddie. Then we have Big Daddy. Pyramid Head, is that you? I like the ship wreckage that he came crawling out of. It's pretty great. I imagine that hammer's gonna hurt, but also that normally means that they are slow and lumbering. I wonder if the bound have like a military sense, as in they understand like and follow orders from like a scale of seniority. You'd probably need to ask the Fae, and I doubt they'd tell you. Survivor tales, I guess. If there is a hierarchy, I imagine it is matriarchal, and this lovely lady, who we can only regard as Eleanor, or maybe that's Eleanor. If you know, you know. She is probably making sure all these bound are staying true to their path and watching over the portal for human presence. I can't imagine the lower ranks could turn you into a bound, but this one, she seems to have some influence. Then, a small honorable mention to every background extra in this scene, or this one, that I've omitted. We see you. Please support your support cast. Our last category is probably the most wonderful. Pure opinion. Hey, maybe you like Eleanor. She might be newly single. Sorry. Instead of hurting myself on that thought, we're gonna move on. I am so thrilled to meet the apex creatures in this world. We will start with the small but mighty, mostly because I don't know where else to put them, the automatons. Apparently, they're built by the Fae. Here's some reading, just in case you've gotten tired of my voice. It's only every 2 weeks, people. Imagine how my Discord family feels. These automatons kind of just do their thing. They don't bug you, you don't bug them, until you kind of elbow them accidentally. And they just let you have it. They have worker bees, I guess, so I'm sure they won't be easy to defeat. They'll probably take some strategy, especially if the big bot has like some kind of re-energize feature on the mini ones if you kill them first. Who knows? That's the only reason I have them in this category. Probably phase 1 of learning to kill the apex baddies. But why would you want to? The first one on our list is Carnute, the demon deer. I was so blown away when I saw this concept and to see it manifest onto the screen and into the animated world. How beautiful. I was hopeful, and I'm not sure the lore. I have been looking for it, so please, if you know what I'm talking about, put it in the comments. There's a lore out there about two deer. One that it is like death pestilence, like mushrooms and moss and all these things on his body. And the second one is like life rebirth. So butterflies and birds and flowers. I can't find it and it's driving me crazy. And I was super hopeful that this would be something like that. But I think there's only one Carnute. Also, if you know what lore the demon deer is from, this demon deer particularly, or the ones I'm talking about, please let me know. Ethereal nonetheless. What a beautiful embodiment of nature. My server lore, which I plan on building to create content and expand on this universe, might incorporate both of these demon deer. Since this game will eventually have mod access, or so Inflection says, I may just need to reskin one of these deer to represent both concepts in my world. I'm so excited. Then we have the Eoten, the tree. Are they spirits? Gods? Just creatures? What do you think? Oh, I should say that Inflection has said that these two apex creatures are generally timid and won't outright attack you. But if you cross them, for instance, the demon deer is likely the protector of animals. So if you hurt animals around it, it may defend them. This tree, likewise, they have mentioned giving it tributes. But if you cut down trees in its presence, it will attack. I kind of love this concept. Cut down trees around Carnute, but don't kill animals. Or kill animals around Eoten to give to the tree god, but don't hurt plants. I wonder if Eoten will give you like a gardening boon, like pagan lore. It's going to be really fun to find out. I'm sure it's going to kill me many times. There are also these mini Eoten. I don't know if they're still considered Eoten. All the apex creatures have like an element of magic to them, but these twigs don't seem to be magic, just kind of lost. I wonder if it's like hive mind, like mushrooms. I won't get into mushrooms today. Also, if you have seen, okay, so I'm getting into it a little bit. There I go. If you've seen mushrooms in any videos, send them my way. I don't see a lot of flora. I'm not sure if I'd even have enough to do a gardening video. Rude, Nightingale, favoring animal lovers. The last magnificent apex creature we will talk about today, if you can't guess, just recently given a name in the Nightingale Discord. His name is Humbaba. And yes, they have confirmed that he is docile. Usually. Probably. Maybe keep some distance. And keep your weapon holstered. I imagine this will be the hardest, akin to like a world boss that will take a team of people. If you can't wait, I hope to see you around my Discord playing other games and just hanging out. Is anyone excited for Avatar? The World of Pandora? It might pass the time. I haven't seen any videos on it. I'm not even really sure if it's a sandbox, open world, or just an RPG. Thank you so much for being here, talking about the Creatures of Nightingale with me. I hope it did nothing short of ramp up your excitement for this game that comes out in just a few months. Before you know it, it'll be here. I'm sure from now until release, there'll be more creatures that they announce. If I missed any that you have seen, let me know. But only if they're heckin' cool, not like a possum or something. Okay, have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you.